Morning, Mike. We got to find Jamie Friedman and make him a co-host, if you would. Number 3 on the list.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, everybody.
Is that Jamie?
Yes, sir.
All right, good to see you. Turn on camera in a second. Grab bag ready here.
Believe you me, we've seen a lot of mornings. And eating the small bits of cheese stuck to a McDonald's wrapper is the right way to start a morning. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Had a man wearing a t-shirt said Virginia is for lovers. Had a Bible in his left hand and a bottle in the other. He said all you're really given is the sunshine in your name. We both started laughing when the sky started to rain. Get along down the road, we got a long, long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. We ain't perfect, but we try. Get along while we can. Always give love the upper hand. Paint a wall, learn to dance. Call him up, buy a boat, drink a beer, sing a song, make a friend. Can't we all get along? Saw a model on a billboard, 1-800 get to know me. Wondered was she photoshopped or were her eyes really that lonely? Did she leave her hometown thinking she'd end up in LA? Did she break down in the desert and get stuck beside?
Good morning.
Get along, go down the road. We got a long, long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. We ain't perfect, but we try. Get along while we can. Always give love the upper hand. Paint a wall, learn to dance. Call your mom, buy a boat, drink a beer, sing a song, make a friend. Can't we all get along? Find out when you die, the keys to heaven can't be bought. We still don't know what love is, but we sure know what it's not. Sometimes you gotta get along.
Yep, sometimes we got to get along. Those buyers and sellers that are driving us crazy. Good morning. We got our guest front and center, Jamie Friedman from Home Partners of America. We'll get to him in just a few minutes. Good morning, Otis, Chris, Deb. I saw Thomas in there. Puma, Jeff.
Good morning.
Morning, good morning. Thomas looked like a god with the rays of sun coming in behind him.
Morning.
A radiant of sunshine.
That's it. You're blinding us. Morning, morning. But you are a ray of sunshine, Thomas.
Cool. All right, I'm going to jump in. We got a good sized audience. I'm sure it's going to build some more at 60 plus. I'm going to share my screen, jump in. I'm going to spend about 5 minutes of intro stuff, and then we're going to get to our guest. Because I'm calling this all hands on deck meeting. And we're doing pretty good with attendance. So that makes me very happy. And I'm going to dive right in with the quotes because I like these quotes. Kat, would you mute? Because I can hear your doors or somebody's doors opening and closing. All right, so look at this. This is becoming so routine now, it's crazy. Most of us thought this pandemic would be long over by now, and many cannot believe the strength of the real estate market. Both are continuing. Read these quotes and keep moving forward. The biggest difference between time and money is you always know how much money you have, but you never know how much time you have. Don't waste it. Wasn't it cute yesterday when Jeff and Kai were giving lessons? Never give up. You can do anything. That's good stuff. You never know how much time you have, so don't waste it. And we've got a great market to play in. Stop being afraid of what could go wrong. Start getting excited about what could go right. Ooh, that's pretty powerful for the things we're asking you to do, right? Trying new things. What could go wrong? Maybe the physical will slam the door in my face. Well, what if he doesn't? And you get $1 million listing. To be the best, you have to learn to handle the worst. Oh, you know what? I was thinking about that the other day because I get the problems. You know, when they get escalated to me, it's like they're really big jerks. Poor Aixa had this customer the other day. He just went, I mean, there must be something really wrong in his life to be such an asshole that he was. I mean, we had no control over the buyer's lender needing an extra few days during a pandemic and a crushing loan market. And this guy just ripped her a new one for absolutely no reason. And then he demanded that we donate our commission. And I stood up to this guy like nobody's business. I said, dude, you're way off base. I said, first of all, sue me. He's a lawyer. And he was a lawyer for a big real estate company. And he's in-house counsel for the largest lender in the country, he says. And he's going to sue me left and right, this, that. And I said, dude, just sue me. I said, my only exposure is $5,000 and we did nothing wrong because I got E&O insurance. And he went, oh, is that how you want to be? So yeah, quit challenging me. Just sit down, shut up, and your house is going to close on Friday instead of Thursday. It's got to close on Thursday. It's not going to close on Thursday. It's going to close on Friday. Guess what happened? He fired us and agreed to pay our commission, and it closed on Friday. We win. So that's the worst. Just because you had a bad day, which we all have, doesn't mean you have a bad business, right? Don't you sometimes wonder, why am I in this business? And then all of a sudden you go, that's why. I've shared this one before, one of my favorites. If you don't like where you are, move. You're not a tree. That's a good post, Puma. You can put that one out there. If you don't like where you are, you move. You're not a tree. And then call your real estate agent and I'll help you find a new house. There you go. All right, want to see what's going on? Here's what's going on. August, month to date, 79 new listings. That's low, guys. We did 129 listings last month. We're at 79 this month. And I know there's a delay turning them in, but watch this. 38% of the 79 listings that were turned in are pending already. 48% of the listings that were taken are sold in the month they were taken. That's like unheard of stats. We have 197 sales so far this month, and we've got another 6 days left. So probably at 60, will be 250 sales. Closings, we've had, watch this. We've had 132 closings so far this month, worth $1.15 million in commission. Pending to close by the end of this month, we have 182 for another $1.4 million. That's 1.53 million. 26 of those, I'm going to rant for a minute, are past closing date. Okay. Unacceptable. Cancel the contract, extend the contract. Leaving it in limbo is irresponsible and a breach of fiduciary duty. The buyer no longer has a right to buy. The seller no longer has the obligation to sell. The contract is in limbo. It needs to be extended or canceled and put back on the market. We can't be screwing around with this stuff. This market is way too hot to be an ostrich with your head in the sand. If your closing is past closing date, you need to extend it or cancel it and put it back on the market, right? I know the seller won't sign the extension, whatever, get on them. We have 50 closings scheduled for Friday the 31st. And we have, for Friday the 28th, 24 on the 28th, and we have 50 scheduled on the 31st. I'm just gonna say this till I turn blue in the face. You guys are creating your own problems. When you schedule a closing on the last day of the month, it's just, you're asking for trouble. Every other buddy in the world's doing it. Move it up to the 27th, the 26th. It's a couple days of interim interest. It's not gonna break most people, but it's gonna take you to give them that advice to counsel them through. But look at those numbers, guys. We have 182 closings left to go this effectively this week, next 7 days. And so here's the deal. Our goal is to make you aware of things you can do to generate business. Are you aware of and engaging with the knowledge points we've been exposing you to? I wish we could do more for you, but we can't. Forget in the last 2 weeks, I forgot to take that out. So I'm going to introduce our guest. This is Jamie Friedman from Home Partners of America, which works really, really closely with Realogy, which is the money behind RealSure, our FSBO iBuyer solution. So they're a good friend of Realogy. I haven't met Jamie before, but he's going to give us, they reached out to us to engage because we've been a really big Home Partner supporter for a long time. And, they shut down during the pandemic and they're opening again now. So I said, why don't most of our agents know the Home Partners program. So let's just reintroduce and talk about the changes. And then we're going to schedule a full-on Home Partners of America training class. Because guys, this is really, really cool. I mean, well, I'll give this one point. Nobody wants renters, right? But what if renters could be buyers? What if Home Partners would buy the house for the renter and rent it back to them and you get a commission? That's like it's a perfect situation. So Jamie, where'd you go? I think I got to change my view here.
Looks like I could share my screen once.
Yep, I stopped sharing, so you. Hey, I like your background. That's cool.
Hey, thanks. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jamie Friedman. I'm the account manager for the state of Florida. What I'll be doing is just giving you some updates and a brief explanation of our lease purchase program. Happy to be here today. If you do have any questions, just put them in the chat. Like Craig said, that we'll be happy to come back and give you a full rundown on how the program works. But I'll just give you a quick update and kind of briefly explain what we do. So have you ever been driving down the street? Maybe it's your neighborhood, maybe it's a neighborhood you want to live in. And you come across a 4-bedroom house. The house has a for sale sign outside, but you think to yourself, in a perfect world, wouldn't it be amazing if I could just figure out how much that house would rent for? If I could actually rent that house for maybe a year or two and have the option to buy it, that would be amazing, right? But Home Partners actually makes that thought a reality with something called our lease purchase program. So our lease purchase program is great for people who want the benefits of a single family home, but aren't really able or willing to commit to a mortgage right now for any number of reasons. So who we are is that we're a cash buyer with no appraisal contingency and no mortgage contingency and a quick close. To date, we purchased over 16,000 homes all across the country. We've purchased over 2,500 homes in the state of Florida. And roughly in the Tampa Bay area, we purchased just over 1,000 homes. The Vegas brand has helped us purchase over 95 homes in the Tampa Bay area alone. And our average price point is $300,000 per home. That's roughly a $9,000 commission. As rental leads go, they could be anywhere from $50 to $300 per transaction. With Home Partners, you earn a full sales commission on the day of closing once somebody actually gets into a home. So if we jump onto our website really quickly, you'll see all the listings that show up here are active listings that we pull from the MLS twice a day. And like I was saying in the beginning, have you ever been wondering how much a house would actually rent for, even though it's for sale? That's what we do. So if you see on our website, you have a list price here, but we also have a rental amount. So let's
interrupt for just 1 second.
Sure.
I get copied on all the emails that go out, and John Lum is a partner of mine in Tampa, our Tampa office, and he's a partner in an apartment complex. And the apartment complex is just built. It's a 4-story closed corridor, nice new apartment house. And I got a flyer the other day, a 1-bedroom apartment, like 800 square feet, was $1,790 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. Just think about the opportunities. I mean, people that are apartment dwellers now are paying rent anyway. If they knew about this and saw what, oh gosh, it's crazy. Guys, there's so many opportunities out there for you. Sorry, I'll stop now.
Hey, we love it. So once somebody's actually approved for the program, I'll talk about those qualifications in just a minute. They can start looking on our website for homes that are almost like they're a pre-approved buyer. So we have a multiple step transaction process, but once we actually do purchase a home, you earn a full sales commission on the day of closing. Your client then becomes our resident and they sign a 1-year lease. Their only commitment is just a 1-year lease. They can stay in the house up to 5 different lease terms, 1-year lease terms. But if the house isn't right for them, they can walk away at the end of each lease term, get their deposit back, but they can also purchase the house back from Home Partners at any point at a predetermined price. The only commitment is a 1-year lease for your clients. You still earn a full sales commission. They have a lot of flexibility and control with our program. Pretty cool. So the type of people who could be a good fit for this program, number one are future buyers, nervous first-time home buyers, young couples getting married, people who maybe want to get out of the city, especially nowadays, but also number two, relocation. Over 350,000 people are moving to Florida per year. That's over 150 families per day in the Sarasota and the Tampa area. People that can't afford a mortgage have gone through a foreclosure, a short sale, a bankruptcy, but also just typical renters. So what you see on this screen is our resident criteria and our property criteria. What we're looking for our residents, they're first and foremost getting approved for a rental amount. In order to get approved for a rental amount, we'll have to see a $45,000 gross household annual income. So if there's 3 adults contributing 50,000, we'll consider that 150,000. So we look for 45,000. Proof of stable employment. So we consider stable employment just 2 pay stubs, most recent tax return. If they're self-employed, at 1099 with 2 most recent bank statements. If they're moving for traditional employment, we'll even take an offer letter. One of the big changes is that we just started taking unemployment as well as income.
Here it goes.
No pending Chapter 7 bankruptcy. So as long as it's been discharged, they can apply the very next day. No disqualifying criminal history, and a minimum of 45 days from the time we go under contract until they can move into the home. One of the biggest changes with the program is that we do look for a 620 combined household credit score. And that is a classic TransUnion OA poll. It was a 575, but due to some of our competitors and some lenders increasing their qualifications, we have to do 620, but hopefully that's only going to be for a couple of months. Another big change is that we also do take ITIN numbers. So we used to only accept Social Security numbers. We now take international tax ID numbers, which is pretty big. And we do have a one-time $75 application fee, and that's for everyone in the entire household. Typically, it's anywhere from $45 to $100 per person per property. That's just a one-time $75 fee for everyone in the whole house. Once somebody is actually approved, they're approved for a rental max. They can start shopping on our website, and the homes that pull onto our website are active listings. So the property criteria for that is going to be single family or fee simple townhouses located in one of our approved communities, listed between $100,000 to $400,000, traditional sale or FSBO only. Home Partners is looking for great houses in great neighborhoods. So if it needs a new roof, it has foundation problems, a single history whatsoever, we're looking for great houses in great neighborhoods. So the biggest thing is move-in ready homes. Some of the homes we don't purchase have dirt driveways, converted garages, crawl spaces. We do not purchase homes next to railroads, busy streets, high tension power lines. We do purchase homes with pools, and we do allow pets. But that's just a quick overview of the resident criteria and the property criteria. If anyone does have any questions, you can always reach out to me directly, but we'd love to come back and give you a full rundown on how the program works. And it takes 2 minutes to sign up. Go to homepartners.com and click sign up in the right-hand corner.
Okay, so let me recap a couple of those points. So you need to be registered as a Home Partners agent. So you need to go to homepartners.com and sign up today if you haven't done that already. And then you'll get their marketing materials, access to training and all that. So for those of you who haven't seen Home Partners before, which Jamie, we probably hire 15 or 20 people a month. So last time it's been 4 or 5 months since we've heard from you guys. There's probably 40 or 50 people that haven't done this yet. So I would like to schedule with you a full-on class at a different time than our normal class, just for those who want to see. Jamie, talk about the areas, because this is like a too good to be true program.
Sure.
So like for a long time, you guys wouldn't buy in Apollo Beach because we didn't have an A-rated school. So how did that change now?
So what's changed with that is Home Partners is not really going off or chalking our areas based on schools. We're looking for resident affordability. So our biggest thing is for people to have the chance to purchase a house back, and it would actually appraise. So Apollo Beach, Ruskin, the South Shore area, we have found that a lot of the homes, because of the new construction, they weren't appraising to the value that we're going to sell it back to the resident. If you're ever curious to an area where it doesn't purchase, where we're not purchasing, you can always send me an email. But underneath agents, we have something called the address checker tool. You could type in any address here to see if it's an approved area. But the reason for the South Shore area was the homes weren't appraising.
Okay, so let me just call out the obvious. So Home Partners isn't buying these houses to lose money, right?
Mhm.
So they're building in a profit. So they want to buy houses in areas that are likely to appraise higher. So they're going to negotiate and buy the house in their name at their price. And they're going to have a pre-approved resale price, which is going to include commissions and selling costs and all that type of stuff. How do you list these houses if the people don't move out?
So we just put them, if they do move out, we put them back into our rental inventory. Home Partners is not going to list these properties. We're just keeping that as an investment.
Okay. So do you have a list of rental properties too, if we had people that wanted to rent houses?
Yes, exactly. That will be Pathlight Property MGT.com.
Okay.
PathlightMGT.com. And these are all the homes where Home Partners has actually purchased and people moved out.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Okay, so how long did you guys shut down? March,
We
April?
were shut down for 2.5 months.
And what's your activity like now? It's hard to find a house right now. The inventory is so low. Are you guys crushing it or?
We're playing a little bit of catch up. You know, we had some pretty big ambitions. We were looking to spend $2.4 billion this year. Obviously, those goals have scaled down a little bit. But surprisingly enough, with the 15 markets that were open for a bit, we're well on our way to meeting some of those goals. So
Cool.
Mhm.
All right. Well, if you'll stop sharing your screen, did Deborah put back your contact slide again, if you don't mind?
Sure.
And anybody can write down your jfriedman@homepartners.com at 312-909-0948. And where are you based out of, Jamie?
Chicago, Illinois.
Really?
Yep.
That's why you got a fake picture in the background.
Yeah.
My daughter's
It's raining outside.
Oh, wow.
Great. Well, thanks so much for having us in. If anyone has any questions.
Questions in the chat. It says, how do you get to the website for homes available? It's homepartnersamerica.com.
Yes, www.homepartners.com. It's just homepartners.com.
Okay, and is the disqualifying criminal activity you mentioned convictions for the theft or forcible felonies? What is it?
So no felonies within the last 6 years. That will be an automatic disqualifier, but it's all case by case.
Okay. And somebody said, is Social Security income included?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
But we just started taking ITINs too.
ITIN's interesting. So foreigners can buy. Okay. All right, Jamie, we'll stop sharing your screen. I will take back over.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great morning.
You too. Back to my agenda here for a second, because I got to remember where I was. Good. That was a good recap, I think. So thank you, Jamie. Okay, let's hear from our management team. Then I got to check my inbox, and I got some really more cool stuff to share with you. So stop this, and let's go round robin. Start with Deborah Haley on my top left.
Good morning, everyone. We've had a really busy week. I'm really excited about all this. First things first is we've hired 3 new agents. So welcome aboard, Andrisha Perry, Thomas Heckman, and Jackie Pope. We're really grateful to have you and as part of our team. So welcome aboard. We've also had tons of contracts. I'm so excited. Ricky, congratulations on your contract. Crystal, congratulations on your contract. Thomas McCombs, you have 7 offers on your listing that you listed on Friday. Yay! We were going through them last night, and 1 cash offer that's very, very close full price. Probably take that one. It's a good one. So it's been rocking and rolling. Congratulations, Addie. She's got a new listing for 450. Congratulations, Diane Berg. You've got your listing on the market again. And congratulations, Lynn, on getting a contract on your listing that you listed 2 weeks ago. It's been busy. This is great. So we're all really going gangbusters here. I think all the offices are, and thank God we are. This has been an exciting time to be in business.
I just want everybody to pay attention. You know, this is the time. This is
Yep.
no time to be slack around. Mr. Puma?
No, I don't have much. I'm really happy with what I'm seeing from a social perspective. I think our agents are, you guys are all, you should be proud of yourselves. You guys are, I'm seeing leaps and bounds from where we originally were. So I couldn't be more proud. If I can do anything for you, please reach out. I'm always here to help. But certainly I can speak to the Home Partners program very much so, because when I first started, we did a lot of business with Home Partners through ads. And so if you're interested in doing social ad engine, think about running it from a Home Partners perspective, because you will get a ton of leads. There's a lot of renters out there. You just got to be able to follow up and qualify them. But if you can do that, there's a lot of business with that program to be had and a lot of money to be made. So,
Like I said, 95 houses. We sold 95 of their houses for them. I wonder if one of your daily posts could mention that lease to own as an option. Call your agent.
Yeah. For sure, we can definitely do that. I mean, Mike Southward, who we had on the other day, when he was with us, that's all he really focused on and built a very nice business doing it. So, plenty of opportunities.
Guys, it's not another squirrel, let's go chase Home Partners this week, right? It's consistent application of constant pressure, right? I made this an acronym. So it's not just, oh, let me try this today. No, build a plan. And we've got all kinds of content online that will show you, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute too, how to run the ads, what to do if you want to focus on that. Miss Long.
Energizer Bunny, good morning to you all. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Theme for today is in the pursuit of happiness. You can do anything that you set your mind to. You've got a dream. You've got to protect it. Go get it. On that note, we have some super rock stars here. I have a brand new agent, Denise Gutman, who just went under contract on her first contract deal last night. She's been with us 3 days. Okay, this is really good stuff. Yeah, I know. What took her so long? I know, right? Shout outs to Martin, another closing. Jack Marola, another closing and another contract. Lorraine Gaithier just double-sided her listing and 2 more contracts. Neil Witz, closing in another contract. Mike Sobrato, his first deal, first contract, yay. Steve Howard, first listing, yay. Aurora Kane, another contract. Jesse Griffin, another contract, another listing. Yvonne Roca, another closing. These guys are out there doing it. So they know what their dream is, they're protecting it, and they're going out there and they're getting it. That's the word of the day.
Love it. Good job. Good job, guys. Otis Bass.
It's tough to follow that one.
Yeah.
So first, I actually want to thank Kathleen. One of the cool things about our company is the footprint that we have across the Tampa Bay area. And so we had a listing down in Lakewood Ranch, and I was able to use Kathleen as a resource, and her information was invaluable, having boots on the ground in that local area. And so, and then she was able to recognize one of her agents that also gave me some very valuable information. And I want to just make sure that everyone as an agent is aware that you can use these different offices as a resource. And that's what really separates us from a lot of the competition out there, is the collection of management talent we have on this team. The other thing I want to touch base with is a social ad engine. It's really a phenomenal piece of technology that is way underused. There's one on there, Finding Home Value. You just got to make sure you have the right landing page, which you can do in Business Builder. But if you run the Finding Home Value, you're getting people who are raising their hand and they want to know the value of their home. It's just another touch point to find homeowners that are curious about either refinancing, selling, or staying put. And then the third one is the back to school challenges. They're back. And so if you're dealing with it like me, Let's roll with the punches. We have a lot of agents and clients that are going back to school. Their kids are going back to school. This first week is a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. But other than that, I'm very thankful, for everything that we get, resources. Kathleen, my hat's off to you one more time. Hello, Chief, Chamberlain Chief. So that's it.
Awesome. Let me show you something real quick. Share my screen. Just to give you an idea, in the last 7 days, social ad engine, fast, Barna, fast, Barna. These are all leads, guys. In the last 7 days. How many is that? Let me see. That would be 49 leads from just social ad engine, and Puma, Barna, and Bass. So 3 agents, 3 people ran an ad on social ad engine. So for collectively, what? It's 140 bucks or 300 bucks with 49 leads.
And Craig, one of the keys about that is follow-up. There's a fortune in follow-up. I created a template for the email follow-up. I'll be more than happy to share it with the company. It's just a template. Take it, make it yours, change it however you want to do it. It's just a template.
But follow up.
Yeah, a lot of times what I'm finding is people don't like to answer their phone in today's world. And so they'll just kick you right over to voicemail. And so I've got a text message template and an email template. But the true fortune is going to be in the follow-up of this, because a lot of times you're not going to get them on the phone the very first try. I'll be more than happy to share that with you, Craig, and you can
please do. And guys, I'm going to tell you, get off your fear and do a video text. Hey, I see you sent an ad, boom, whatever, not for this, but hi, do a video text and just get over the fear. Not what could go wrong, what could happen if it goes right. Pretty cool. Mr. Reed.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? So I just want to share a couple thoughts with you today. And, I've been doing a lot of interviews and having conversations with people wanting to get into the business, and people that are already licensed wanting to join our company. And it's amazing to see some of the things that they don't even think about that we put out to you on a daily basis. Just to have the accountability and the coaching and the knowledge and the input that everybody on your screen has on a daily basis, that input into you is invaluable. And a lot of us aren't using the resources that we have at our fingertips enough. I don't care if you're in my office and you want to talk to Thomas, Jeff, Otis, anybody, it does not matter. We're all resources here. Make sure you're using us. And in the same regard, a lot of them just don't have that focus on a goal. They don't have that focus on the end result. So, just leave you with a thought that, thoughts become things. We all know that. And every person, you're going to begin with 2 thoughts. If you want to make something happen and get a goal, that first thought is going to be, I believe the future can be better than the present, and I believe I have the power to make it so. So don't decrease your goals, increase your efforts, and you're going to see market results there. Your focus is going to determine your reality.
Nice. Queen of Relocation.
Hi, I like that new title. I guess I need a business card. Thanks. I want to say thank you to everybody. Everybody's doing really well. I know that we've had some ups and downs in the past, rolling 12 months, due to the fact that, like Craig has mentioned multiple times, that we do not currently have the USAA incoming business. But I want to say congratulations, guys. Y'all have still done y'all have still closed 186 sales year to date, right? So
wow.
Adding an additional $58 million to the sales side of Vegas, because I know you do a lot of, GCI, and I look at both. But I wanted to say congratulations on that. I also always want to mention outgoing referrals, but I just want to give a shout out to Tara Gott out in South Tampa. 1 outgoing referral, she made an additional $14,438.
Holy cow.
That's 1 referral that you're guaranteed to get paid for. She already got paid, but there's.
What did she refer?
Excuse me?
What did she refer? It must be a $3 million house or something.
No. And you know what? And even I have to look it up, but John Evans recently closed one for like 800. So no, it was pretty reasonable. I'd have to double check. I'd written numbers down on my notepad, but I wanted to say congratulations for that. And think about it, guys. Just remember to ask. And everybody's always doing inspirational quotes, and I feel like I'm not. So I wanted to throw one out there. It's this new guru / life coach that I'm not real sure about, that I didn't know about before yesterday, but it's Never Give Up by Kai James Beggins, AKA I Am Kai. I thought that was too cute. And it applies to whether you're asking for outgoing referrals or riding your bike or getting through homeschooling. So never give up.
Cool. Mr. Diener.
Good morning. Good morning. I just had a few things here. I mean, the market still remains hot. People are putting listings on and they're gone quickly. I had a condo the other day that went in a few hours. So, I mean, it is still, a market out there, especially anything under $400,000 is really going very quickly. One point I wanted to make up today is, we spent a few months earlier in the year doing what I call pillars of opportunity, whether we had classes on FSBO and Remind and all that, and just stay diligent to that. Sometimes we forget, what are our pillars? What are we focusing on? Our sphere of influence, our past clients, whatever. Personal story, I just had a past client that I sold a house in 2009. And, they called me up and said, we're ready to sell and we want to buy another house in South Tampa. I sold the house for them back in 2009 at 500. It's worth a little over $1 million now. And they're going to buy another $1 million, some house. I mean, and I just been keeping contact with my regular monthly and quarterly mailings and stuff like that. So, those little touches staying top of mind gave them the opportunity, hey, let's call Joe, even though they get a bunch of other stuff in the mail. Why? Because they know me. All right. So just keep in mind, even though if you're just starting out, start a process of how you're going to keep in touch with your past clients, because you never know when that opportunity is going to strike, when they want to move and you want them to call you. So that was all I had to say this morning.
I like it. So Joe, I did a panel with Century 21. There were 4 panelists. I was one of them last week or 2 weeks ago. And one of the questions was, knowing what you know now, what do you wish you would have done in the beginning? And I didn't know the question was coming. I had to think about it. And I said, I thought about it. I said, I would have maintained a better database.
Yes.
Because we've done somewhere close to 50,000 transactions in 28 years. And back then, nobody knew what a database was. We didn't have a computer.
No.
Right.
Right.
But if we had maintained that database from the beginning till now, holy cow, we'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing for you as an agent, you got to maintain that database and treat it like it's gold, because it is.
It is gold. Yeah. I mean, I was very lucky when I started in 2003. I knew how to create an Excel spreadsheet. And so started, putting everybody on the Excel spreadsheet as they sold. And, now I've got, 5, probably almost 600 people on there now. Now, of course, some of them I still keep in contact. They're in Maryland. But believe it or not, some of those people have bought here. They've called me up and say, I want to move to Tampa. Can you help us? So you never know what that yearly calendar that's going to cost you $1 to send, how that's going to pay out somewhere along the line. So, I mean, you just have to be consistent with it. And that's the secret, consistency, and building what you're going to do. In the beginning, it's hard because you don't have a lot of money to do that, but you have to have an investment. And I always took a percentage of my income and put it aside for marketing. And that's really, and basically I was investing in myself for future. And that's what you're doing. So.
Begin with the end in mind. Thomas Simmons.
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to first welcome Janu Joseph and Christine Phillip to the branding team. Also, I'd like to give kudos to Brenda and Shawnee, Andrea, Andy, Lauren, Sylvia, Cody, Natalie, and Kenya for sales and closings last week. Just want to let you know that right now we have, last week, yes, we have 32 open contracts so far. We still got another week of business, so that's very exciting. We have 16 closed and we have 17 pending. So kudos to the branding team and great job. And, you know, to the agents out there that's making things happen, you know, high five, right? But for the ones that's struggling, all I want to leave this message with you is say, never give up. Don't let frustration knock you down. Don't let fear stand in your way. And don't let time get in your head. Who cares how long it takes or how many times you try? Your only competition is yourself. And when you finally succeed, the struggle will be all worth it. So keep pushing, know that the management team is behind you. You have coaches, you have resources, and this is the best damn team that you can be on. So let's make it happen. Thank you.
Cool. All right, brother man, wrap it up.
Real simple things I want to say today is that basically the joke's on you, right? And I say that in a nice way. Like, you consciously make things happen with your mind, right? And I want to call that to the forefront of your mind for just a moment, because you create everything that's happening to you. You create it because, as Chris said earlier, thoughts become things. So, for example, if you say, I'm going to go make $100,000 this quarter, the universe says, okay, let's go. And things start falling into line. So, but this is going to happen. I'm going to introduce this guy to him. He's going to go here, and that Thursday is going to happen. And then your self-doubt comes in and says, bullshit, you're not going to do $100,000 this quarter. And then the universe says, okay, stop. Right. And that's really what's happening. And I wanted to make it that simple to you. What do you want to happen this week? What are you committed to happening? And just think about it. And all the stuff that comes in your brain, stop it, park it, get rid of it. And the predominant thoughts need to be about the positivity and what you're excited about. And then when you make that happen, good stuff's going to happen. And the moment you let the creeping negative thoughts become more prevalent, it's going to hit the big all-stop brakes, pump the brakes on everything that you've been working towards. So our biggest job today and every day is, what are we looking for? Because every one of us could focus on crap that's going on right now, and it take you down that rabbit hole, and you can guarantee you're going to have the crappiest day and week of your life. Or you could say, stop, I'm not going down that path. Not doing it. Here's what I'm going to do instead. And this is what I'm going to start focusing on in energy. These are what I'm going to happen. I'm going to do some past clients. I'm going to do some follow-up. I'm going to start doing this. Is what's going to happen. I'm going to meet this guy. This guy, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to get some great deals. I'm amazing. I'm going to get that new job, car, pool, whatever it may be. And then everything's going to fall into place. So the joke's on you, right? And the rewards are on you, because you create everything with your mind. So be conscious about it and consciously think about it and watch what happens to your day and your week. That's my thought.
I like it. Just to drive that point home, I want to show you something. We had a management meeting yesterday. Just to put it in perspective, look at these numbers. This is Sarasota, $206,000 in open commission so far this year, $109,096. That's real numbers, guys. $124,000 for Lorene opened. That's awesome. $111,000. I should have sorted these, but I didn't. Brandon team, look at this. $272,000, $309,000, $165,000, $164,000, $104,000. This is happening in your backyard, the person sitting next to your cubicle. 352, 283, 322, 178, 179, 233, 191, 100. Holy cow, guys, this is what's happening in your world right now. So why can't you make 100 grand this quarter? Or at least put the money on the books for this quarter. 153, 134, 123 in IRB. Madeira Beach, 218, 188, 160, 151, 122, 119. This is through July numbers. Sun City, that's half a year. 110, 125, 105. Apollo Beach, 280, 218, 249, 282, 251, $409,000. Holy cow, $100,000, 111, 107. Look how many people in 6 months, really, in a pandemic, are making that happen. So the joke's on you, right? I like it. Very cool. All right, I'm going to go back to my agenda, and I'm going to go into my mailbag. And I'm going to do this quickly because there's just a couple things I want to drive home. Inbox, sales meeting. Okay. First thing is, welcome Han Bautista. Move my pictures over here. Hanforth. Han Bautista has always been interested in real estate. Growing up, he learned about the industry and its intricacies from his father, a real estate investor. After coming to the United States from the Dominican Republic as a young child, Han joined the New York City Fire Department Emergency Medical Services and dedicated over a decade worth of services to the constituents of the region, including serving in Ground Zero during 9/11. Wow. However, his passion ran much deeper and inspired by the desire to be part of something bigger and better. The idea of helping others and buying and selling, investing in real estate is what inspired Han to make the transition into the real estate industry. So I thought it's kind of neat, since we don't see each other as much anymore, to call it out and say, look, we've got some new people, they're interesting. So welcome to the team, Han. And this is Rachel Markley, who's joined the Apollo Beach team. Rachel's a licensed realtor with master's degree in counseling. Good, you'll fit right into this industry. She uses her sharp listening skills and patience to carefully understand what you are looking for when it comes to buying, selling, and investing. As a military spouse, her husband's career brought their family of 5 to beautiful Apollo Beach, where they hope to stay surrounded by palms and tropical water birds. Love of learning drives her to constantly seek continuing education to benefit her clients. Well, you found the right place, Rachel. We are definitely full of content. All right, we talked about consistency. We talked about past clients. Today, I'll write the Wizard article. Every month, I write it pretty good, if I say so myself, a decent article that's gone. And it happens time and time again. An agent will come to me and say, hey, Craig, I got a listing. You wouldn't believe it. The customer came out with all of my Wizard articles from 3 years ago, because they consistently hit the market time and time again. I don't care if you use our stuff or not. The thing is consistency. Susie makes a really nice product for you. If you want it, respond to her email. We did that one. Oh, this is Home Partners. We covered that today. We did Mike Ferry. This is interesting. Florida Realtors data. July saw more sales, higher median prices, more new pending sales, and more new listings year over year. Single family sales rose 11.7%. Condo sales are up 6.5%. The first year over year increase in this category since March. That's the economy we're working in right now. Ooh, pinch me. Century 21 is a huge resource for us. I thought I opened it. I can't read it with that small. Hold on. So this I forward to you, and you register for these classes. I think it's antiquated. They make you register for a class. You should just be able to click on it and join, but that's not my world. So if you're interested, Pipeline to Gold Mine. This is Century 21 outside of what we do, because we do a lot of our own stuff. Century 21 is known for its training. They hired the top Keller Williams trainer, and we stole them. And we have got really, really good content. So we're going to start giving you more opportunities for the Go List and Energize classes and stuff they're doing. So I'm going to move this bar so I can get to my thing. There we go. Birthday's coming on the next slide. Our week ahead, you can see all of our stuff on our, I remind you to go on the info@c21be.com calendar, because that's going to have all of our training links with the Zoom numbers for them. This is cool, and some of you are going to take advantage of this and some of you won't. Mike Ferry is doing his Superstar Retreat virtually this year. It's usually $495. It's $295, but now it's $195 because you get a $100 discount if you go through my guy, which is Mike DeHoyas. So if you're interested, it's going to be virtual. You don't have to fly to Las Vegas. You don't have to stay in a hotel room. For $195, you're going to get 3 days of Mike Ferry pontificating, to get off your ass and go to work, which some people need that. Jordan Axe is a doctor that I got introduced to from my doctor, Masley, who, this is actually the brother of Jordan Axe, who is the guy that I've met and followed before. And Susie's his patient. And he offered to do a class with us, and he did a class about a month ago on nutrition. He gave us free stuff to his website. And in this short thing here, he's going to do a once a month class for us, and just on health, because we have to be healthy, guys. We have to do that. So he put together a short video clip, and he's asking us to promote it for him. I thought it was a cool thing to do. God, I can't believe how many cases of cancer I'm hearing about. I mean, Kathleen, you've got 2 agents in your office that are dealing with cancer right now. Chris, I know at least 1 agent in Apollo Beach is dealing with cancer right now. I talked to her on Sunday. It's a terrible thing. But his message is, hey guys, don't miss this Sunday night. Dr. Axe is going to be revealing how his mom overcame cancer twice and is now in the best health of her life. I'll be going over the top 5 causes and the top 5 natural treatments. Also, please share this link with at least one person you know that's battling cancer. It could save their life. And then here's a link that went live on Sunday night. So I'm not trying to convince you to do anything. I just thought I'd share it because I think it's fascinating. So that's it. One more here. Oh, this is huge. In my frustration, I mean, sometimes you got to look deeper. It makes me upset when I see the amount of leads that are coming through, and then if I dive deeper and look at how many agents are not accepting the leads, and then I get a screenshot like this that says July 19th got a call, July 20th got a call, July 21st got a call, 22nd, 22nd, 23rd, 25th. And now we've called it spam. So when you don't answer it a whole bunch of times, your phone is making up a story that lead's no good. So now it's going to be, that number right there, 970-660-5323 is the lead router Zap phone number. That needs to be in your phone, identified as Zap. So we had 4 or 5 agents reply to an email that said, because we reached out and said, why didn't you take this lead? I didn't get any leads. And then we see that the phone number called that phone number, so we know they got the lead. They looked at their phone. Oh yeah, look at all the numbers I got. So put this number in your phone, 970-660-5323. I suggest you change the ringtone to some, have fun, make money type of thing, and label it as, money is coming to me. It's that important. Answer it quickly. Okay. Back to my slides, and we're almost done. Welcome team, market update we did. The new no production policy. When Jeff said the joke's on you, and Thomas said, if you're one of the ones who's crushing it high five, one of them is not, you're not. We can't do this anymore. We as a company are, we're the top, I think 14 right now in the US, and we're getting metrics, we're getting measured on how we perform as a team. And to have as many people as we do, 238 people ineligible to receive leads because they can't follow up their inbox, to have over 200 agents that have not had a transaction this year, we're not going to support that kind of activity anymore. So we have a new no production policy that basically says if you go 90 days without production, we're going to give you 3 options. Option 1 is you put your license with a referral company because you're hurting our stats, and then you get 3 referrals placed through VRN, you come back to the company. Option 2 is we're going to charge you $99 a month because we are expending time and money. We're paying for your .loop accounts, we're paying for your Gmail accounts, we're paying for all this stuff, and you're not taking advantage of it. So pay up. And option 3 is move your license to another company. So we'll be reaching out to some of you in the recent future, talking about that no production policy, which will go into effect next month. I know we change things a lot on you on websites. We have Beggins, C21BE.tv. We have all these different things. I wanted to start focusing on these 2. BE3agents.com is basically the website version of the app. So whatever's on the app is on this page. That's going to have all of our content, all of our training, all of our YouTubes, all the stuff is there. So kind of remember those 2 places when you need to find something. Pay attention to me on this one too. So we're going to do an experiment. Remember we had Matthew Fair out a couple of years ago. We talked about experiments. So Century 21 has invested in a company called Ojo, which is artificial intelligence, which is promising to nurture leads like OpCity does and give them back to us when they're ready, right? So this is a real conversation here because this is real world. So we have targeted our century21.com leads, and we are going to give them to the listing agent to get. Unfortunately, I can show you historically, most listing agents do not answer their phone calls. And I understand it. When I was listening, I didn't work with buyers either. I didn't like buyers, right? So they're not answering them. So if the listing agent doesn't answer the lead call within 3 minutes, then the lead is going to be forwarded to Ojo, who's going to work it with real live concierge people, and they'll send it back to the listing agent first. But if the listing agent doesn't answer, it's going to go into rotation to another agent who's not read on the Zap platform. Right? Now, there is a 30% referral fee for that. So it's just like OpCity. They're putting all the time and effort and resources in, and they don't get paid unless they produce a lead that closes. So we're going to try that for a while, just on century21.com leads, which has now jumped into our #1 lead source position. I'll show you that in a second. So the thing there is, here, let's just call it what it is. There's over 100 million real estate leads sent to real estate agents via the internet every year. 100 million. There's only 5 million home sales in the country, right? And most buyers are not coming from internet leads. They're coming from your past clients and your spheres of influence. right? So the percentage of internet leads that convert is really not worth your time as a real estate agent. But if Century 21 can crack the code with artificial intelligence doing lead follow-up with bots to generate and nurture a customer for the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months they might take nurturing for, we know none of us are going to do. So like I said, it's just an experiment to see if in their infinite wisdom, Realogy knows what they're doing. We talked about the Wizard newsletter coming up. We talked about University, we talked about Mike Ferry, we talked about Dr. Axe, and we talked about Zap. Perfect. A couple reminders. The Cardis app, I'm not going to talk about that now. City coaching line, I'm going to keep these up here so you know they're there. Reach out to me if you need something. You got to have the Cardis app if you want to send referrals. The Beggins app, make sure you've got that on your phone, you're using it. We talked about OfferPad last week. I hope you guys are taking advantage of it. This goes back to this slide when I said, our goal is to make you aware of things you can do in the last 2 weeks. And then I come back to this. We brought in OfferPad. We just brought in Home Partners of America. We exposed you to home renovation loans. All of these could be an amazing opportunity for you to gain prospects if you market them properly. How many customers exposed to first time down payment assistant grants? Free money, guys. How many social posts are you publishing a day? I mean, Puma's put out some pretty good stuff. I don't know who those people were on that post this morning, Puma, but I guess somebody does. What other management team is delivering this type of content for you to share? I don't know anybody who is. And then my little reminder that 10% of $7,000 is 700. But if we get you an extra deal by educating you on these things, you make 7,000 bucks, you're far better off than making a little more split someplace else. The non-SOI leads that we're generating went up this week from 213 to 260. Century 21, Century 21 Espanol, Century 21 Global has been blowing us up, 54 to 67 in the last week. Relo went from 10 to 19. Opcity went from 40 to 37. Walk-ins went from 15 to 10. Sign calls went from 32 to 34. Zillow went from 17 to 20. Social add-ins went from 30 to 49. And then our birthdays this week are Shane Crawford from Madeira Beach today, along with Felicia Sailors from Sun City tomorrow. Tanya Jefferson in Apollo Beach. That's Friday. Saturday, Ken Teason, happy birthday, Ken. And Ashley's birthday is on the 30th too. Happy birthday, Ashley. And that's it, the end. Please log into your local office's Zoom room. Good content today. We had a lot on the line, guys. We had over 115 at one point. So pretty cool. Thanks, everybody. I'm here if you need me. Let me answer these chats real quick. Oh, we're good. Thank you, John. John says, if you're turning into these meetings, you will hit production. Awesome. Bye, guys.